is alive and well here in Arizona. During the halftime of the TCT versus San Diego bout, the men of Dry Heat Derby were here in Phoenix to show off their skills for the very first time in front of a public audience, with a little bit of help from the girls of AZRD.
Men's roller derby, or man derby as some call it, is starting to grow throughout our nation. Some of the oldest men's derby teams include the Harm City Homicide from Baltimore and the New York Shock Exchange. Even the Old School Derby Association has embraced men's and co-ed derby. For over a year in Tucson, a men's derby league has been forming. When the league was real young, they participated in a co-ed scrimmage during the 2008 Michi-chan Derby Love Weekend. Now it's almost a year later than that fateful day in Tucson, and our boys are here in Phoenix to give their first exhibition bout to the public with a little help from the girls from AZRD.
We are just skating, starting to do a lot more scrimmages with especially AZRD. TRD has started doing scrimmages with our Iron Curtain, has started doing Saturday scrimmages with us. So we're still building, getting our name out there.
They were originally called the Arizona Cactus Pricks. Then they were planning to join the Valley Fever Roller Demons, but now they're known as Dry Heat Derby. But the big question is, have they really improved?
First ever public jam for Dry Heat Derby. Here goes your pack, and here come your jammers. We're just gonna call these teams black and white. All right, here we go. 20-foot roll, lead jam black. Pre-game jitters there on the white team. But wow! Wow! Look at this black jammer go! Does some damage and calls it off. Now that's derby. Let's get serious now. Here comes smoke. Smoke is flying through. Lead jam black! And welcome to Phoenix, Smoke! Look at him go! Nice!
It was awesome. Time of my life.
Really?
I think we just had a great showing. It was just a lot of fun, and thank you AZRD for just, embracing us and bringing us in and letting us skate with you. And at your halftime.
Welcome to Derby.
Oh, love it. Thank you for having us.
All right.
Here are the Derby Love Tour dates coming up. On March 7th, we take our first official trip to Tucson to check out a rematch of last year's championship bout as Vice Squad takes on FTW. Then a week after, we'll be at AZRD to see the Beaters take on the Brawl Arenas. Then on March 28th, it's back to Tucson to see the Copper Queens take on the Iron Curtain. Then on April 11th, this will definitely be a turning point bout at AZRD, as it will determine which team will get the free pass for the championship bout in June. Last year's champions, the Bad News Beaters, will take on the Bruisers, now skating without Shirley Demise. This bout is a Michi-chan must-see. It's going to be a big one, so be there. AZRD has rescheduled a travel team bout originally scheduled for June 28th to my birth date, August 15th. So come on out and check out AZRD's Tent City Terrors as they take on Pikes Peak Derby Dames and celebrate me getting 1 year closer to the grave. On February 7th, Tucson had a big day and a really big night. First of all, in the matinee, the Tucson Derby Brats completely overpowered the Los Angeles Junior Dolls 163-11. Then that night in Blade World, TRD had a round robin where the results would count for the standings. That's right, the entire half season in one night. While we were not there, Don Bombshelter was there, and he has a very good blog with some details on these bouts. First of all, the mainly rookie FTW was slaughtered by Vice Squad 42-4. Then, the Iron Curtain would come up against the Copper Queens. We saw the debut of Punch Kisser and Lucifer for the Iron Curtain. You may know Lucifer as former Derby Brat Pixie. Pixie scores her first 5 TRD points in a jam on this bout. But the IC was oh so close. 22-17, Copper Queens. Then Vice Squad, still with a very consistent veteran roster, took on Dirty Terry and the Copper Queens. Semi-Automatic and Pixie Axe with 8-point jams for their respective teams. 28-17, Vice. The Iron Curtain would then take on the FTW, and in a turn of events, the IC would come out strong, including a 12-point jam by Punch Kisser, and strong showings by Bianca Troll and Helen Wheels would give the IC their first ever regulation win over the FTW, 24-7. Then the IC would come up against Vice Squad. Semi-Automatic, 10-point jam over Casinova, but then Lucifer would come back later with a double slam. It was very impressive to see such a close game for the Iron Curtain, but the Vice managed to pull it off, 29-23. And finally, the Copper Queens, using 6 jammers, taking on FTW with Peaches, Zippy, and rookie jammer Skeletor on the line, would be dealt another blow of single-digit scoring as the Queens bury them 35-5. As mentioned, these scores count towards rankings for the season. Vice Squad has a comfortable lead with 3-0, followed by the Copper Queens and the Iron Curtain, with FTW very deep in the cellar. Again, coming up for TRD will be the 3-0 Vice Squad taking on the 0-3 Furious Truck Stop Waitresses. Real Derby plans to be there at this one. We'll see you there at Blade World, March 7th.